At a time like this, someone's experiencing sadness. They're likely to go, how dare I be sad right now and grieve, mourn a loss, or just feel sad when there's so much to do and there's so many people who have it so much worse and there's so much going on. I should be in action. I shouldn't be slowing down and feeling sorry for myself. That's self-attack. Self-attack will stop any natural, healthy process in its tracks. So when you find yourself going, I shouldn't be feeling this way, stop. You are feeling exactly how you're supposed to be feeling. Now, if you're feeling something you don't want to be feeling, the first thing to do is to accept that it's there and welcome it. Welcome sadness. What have you to show me today? How can you nourish and enrich me today? One of the most beautiful things about sadness is that it does actually take us inward. And if we don't resist it and let it take us inward all the way, what we start discovering is all of the delicate, precious, tender parts of ourselves, many of which are just little seedlings, little things that need to be watered, little parts of ourselves that are so delicate and sensitive, they need care. It can be difficult enough to express our biggest desires, our visions, our hopes. It's even harder to identify those deep emotional and spiritual needs and express them, find them, feel them. Oftentimes they get lost in a kind of fog of dissatisfaction or angst. And sadness is a direct line towards moving to the bottom of that and feeling all of the beautiful, tender, precious treasures, the bottom of our being. Once a human allows themselves to go feel that and honor it in the most tender, respectful, beautiful way, what happens is the sadness starts turning into tenderness and awe. It starts turning into nurturing. This is the place where we discover where we really actually need to be fed and honored. And we can do it for ourselves. We can ask of it of others. But once we get there and into that internal space and those places are touched, oftentimes just acknowledgement is enough to heal them. And we start filling up. And what happens is the natural cycle of sadness that wants you to put your attention deep into your own being, get satisfied, full, and then you start to move upwards. You start feeling better. You start having that beautiful, soft but strong energy with which to speak calmly, relate to others, see others, use that compassion, use that empathy, use those feelings to connect and to create, rather than going into a spiral of resistance, into a sadness that's already there. I hope some of you experiment with this when you come upon a kind of sadness that's taken over and nothing else works, to honor it and to find what's tender and precious, identify it and care for it, even in the smallest way, even just by saying to yourself that it matters and that you're there to take care of yourself in that moment. And watch what happens. It's the alchemy of sadness into tender awe, and sometimes can even have us connect with some of the most beautiful aspects of the human condition, of life on earth. A miraculous awe at how precious everything is.